Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Painting with Harold. And I am Harold. And as of right now, we have no one in the room. So I'm going to assume I'm kind of early. Not very, very early, but a little bit early. So it'll give me a second to set up my drink and kind of get everything situated. I probably could have moved the camera at just a little bit better angle than where we at right now. But I think you'll be able to see the painting. I just hope I can paint it from this angle. All right. So for everybody that's not in the room, that's going to watch this stream after it gets painted, I got a 16 by 20 inch canvas turned on landscape, already covered in a thin, even coat of liquid white. The colors I'm going to use tonight are titanium white, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, mountain mix, Van Dyke brown, dark sienna, sap green, cad yellow, yellow ochre, Indian yellow, and the evil bright red. And I do have about 2 piles of white. That way, if we get one pile contaminated, we still got a clean pile to work out of. All right, with that being said, I guess I could go ahead and get started on the sky. I discovered a little trick yesterday, or well, it's a couple of days ago now. If you get you an incense candle or an incense of some sort that's not real strong, if you have thinner in a bucket that has an odor to it, you can make that incense, and it kind of keeps the odor down a little. So if you see smoke going across the screen, it's either me or the incense. And if I go to smoking, that means I'm painting way too hard. All right. Well, I guess what we can do is just go ahead and get started painting. I don't know if we'll have a crowd tonight. I don't have a clue. But I do know I'm painting a picture, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do, pick up a little of the phthalo blue. Come right up here to the corners like always. And just start. And come across like so. I'm just working my way down. Leave some light spots up here in the sky. Not like so. This little paint tonight's going to kind of be showing. Hey Skeet, how you doing, man? It's going to kind of be a a way to show light and dark in a painting. So I think that'll be kind of fun. Be kind of different. I'm doing great. Doing great, buddy. All right, I'm gonna come down here, just along this bottom down here, and I want to just pull in some water, or it'll actually end up being water in a few minutes. But for now, it's just basically helping me clean the brush off. But it will be water later, so for now, we'll just go ahead and add it. I think that'll be plenty right there. All right, I'll go ahead and knock the paint off this brush. Over here on me a clean paper towel. And I'll hang on to that brush for a little bit. Then we'll come over here. I'm gonna pick me up the fan brush. I'm gonna go up here into my. I'm gonna pick up just a tad bit of red, just a drop. Come up here. You probably won't even be able to tell it's got red in it. Pick me up a little more white with a little bit of red in it. Now you can't even see it, so it's so just ain't that much of it in there. So, all right. Now before I do that, I'm gonna come back up and I'm gonna lightly blend out my sky up here. I'm just using circle strokes because I want it to have the appearance that it's got a few little distant shapes that could represent clouds if we want them to. About like so. And that gives the sky a little movement, just a little bit. Now I'll come back over here to my fan brush. And I'll start, I say about right here. Let me just come up here. Just kind of work around and give myself a little cloud shape up here. Just by wiggling this fan brush around. Just a little bit right in here like so. Then I'll knock some of this blue out. Come back up here and load up again with clean white. And I'll come on this side. And I'll do one over here. Just same way, just wiggling the brush around. Just smearing the paint in. That's all I'm doing. Just like so. These are about the easiest clouds I think you can make in painting. And we'll bring one about right in here. And it don't have to be very big either. Just a little small one. About like so. All right, now I'll come over here and I'll wash this fan brush right quick. Dry it off on my paper towel over here. And I'll come up here and pick me up just a little bit of the phthalo blue and a little bit of the crimson. And I'll mix them together right here on the brush. Just a little phthalo blue and a little bit of crimson. And that'll make us kind of a light lavender color. And I'll take a little bit of Van Dyke brown even and put in that. Kind of gray it down some. And I'll come right up here at the bottom of these clouds and just come along, just touch the bottoms. Just right in here, just real lightly. Just touch the bottom here and there. About like so. Don't take much of that color, just enough to kind of stain the bottom a little bit. Then I'll pick up my 2-inch brush that we were using for the sky. And I'll come up here and I'll just start lightly blending all of this together. Just real light. Just very, very light. Kind of get in the clouds a little bit of shadow on the bottom. Just lightly blending. That's all I'm doing. All right. I lost this little hair over here. Get that out of there. All right. Then we'll do the same thing to this little one here. Just lightly blend it too. Like so. Then we'll knock the color out of the brush again. And we'll very lightly come up here and just kind of fluff it up a little bit. Just real light. Real light. Just kind of fluff it up. There's another hair. Maybe getting time to condition my brushes again. Starting to lose a few hairs. Then we'll just very lightly, just brush across and set all these right down into the sky. Just like so. And that'll kind of give our clouds a little bit of shadow on the bottom of them. And then one last time, I'm going to knock the color out of this brush again. And I'm hoping that's the last time on this brush that we have to do this. Like so. That little cloud there's got him a dark spot on the back of it. I like that. That's a happy accident. That kind of looks good from the angle I'm looking at it. All right, I'll come up here and just touch these gray just a little bit more, just to kind of tone them down some in a couple places. Just making little bitty circles. Like so. Now, there we go. Much better. All right. Now I'm going to hang on to that brush a second. May use it again here in a minute. Zero. What's going on, man? I appreciate it. I saw that painting you did. Well, the one I commented on. Man, that thing's gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna come over here now and grab a knife. I'm gonna use my big one. And come right up here, my mountain color. Pull it out flat. Pick me up a little small rope. Oh, you got my support, man. Anytime you need something, just holler at me. That's what it's all about. If we can't help each other out, something bad wrong. I'll help you any way I can. You know that. All right, we'll come right up here. Just a little left of center. And I want to start me a little peak right there. I'm going to kick out to the side here just a little. About like that. And come down. And then maybe over here just a little. And then come out this way. Just a little. Then we'll bring this one on down. Give it a little kick out right here. Like that. And come over here. Another little peak right there. And then kind of just let it fade out over here. And just kind of give this side here a little character to it. Just a little bit. Not like that. I gotta go back up here and fix this. I don't want no real sharp peak up here. Just want it kind of, I don't want it flat either. I want it more rounded. All right, I can get by with that. I can live with that. All right. Now, and we'll just let this come on this way. I'm just come up in there and pull all this paint out that I can. I love that sound. That's one of my favorite sounds of painting right there. All right. Now I'll take this paper towel and come up in here and pull out some more of it. Because once you get this color in this fabric, you just about can't get rid of it. So, boy, that mountain just grew. But it happens. All right, so now we gotta come in here and do this. All right. Well, that just changed the whole look of it. Well, I guess that's all right too. It happens. And we'll come in here and get the rest of this paint out. Like so. Don't look like we're gonna have no crowd at all tonight. Everybody may be eating supper or tired. You never know. All right. Let me take this brush now. Go up here and pull this color out. Like so. I'm going to drop that brush in the thinner now. I think what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to bring my light in from this side. I know that's a little different for a right-handed painter to do, but I figure we always bring it in from the other side, so I'm going to change up a little bit tonight. So I'm going to load up the back side of the knife. I'm going to come in here and still going to load it up the same way, still going to pull it down the same way, just little pulls here. Just real small pulls. Just let it break right off the knife. Just kind of real easy. No pressure. You come up here, do the same thing. Just start pulling it down. Real easy. Just no pressure. You gotta leave some of that dark showing in there. That's what gives your mountain all that character. When you got them little dark areas showing, looking like little crevices and cracks and rocks and all kinds of stuff. Without them, your mountain just looks kind of flat. We'll come up here on our main peak. We'll do the same thing up here. Just lightly pull it down. Just real light. How long do your lives usually last? It's hard to say, Zach, because I mean this painting shouldn't be too long. But now last night over on TikTok, we got we got in there and got caught up on a question and answer session, and I was on live for almost 3 hours last night. But now you talking about fun? We had, oh Lord, see how much pressure you use? I just dropped it. That's how much pressure you use. Got in there for 3 hours and just talking and chatting and answering questions. And man, we had a good time in there last night. I don't think this one will go 3 hours. This one maybe, I don't know, a couple hours maybe. What's up, Mick? All right, I'll come right back up here again. How's the tooth? Or teeth? Move yourself a little to dark again. Just pull it down real light. Just better. A little better. Well, glad glad to hear you doing something better. All right, come up here under that little spot. We'll pull down some more across here. It's very light. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about having fun, buddy. You right there. If you're not having fun, you just ain't no sense in doing it. And last night was fun. I mean, we had quite participation. A lot of people was asking questions, and I kind of that's the kind of night I like when the people participate and ask questions. And we joked around. We had a few laughs. So it was all in all, it was a good night. All right, we'll come right out here. Give that a little kick out that way, just a little. Just keep pulling it down. No pressure. That's the key. No pressure. Ain't really fast. Yeah, you get it done, Mick. I'll just bring this little peak on over. About like so. Hey Leila, how are you? Tomorrow night, Zach, at 7 p.m. Central Time. Doing a black canvas painting over there tomorrow night. All right, now I'm gonna use the knife like you normally would, and just come up and just start pulling some of this color out, letting it break. Just in a couple places, just like so. Real easy, real easy. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. It's always nice to have family support. Just like so. Come up here, just real light. Pull some of this color out. No pressure at all. Just like so. All right, now I'm gonna get a little bit of my white. Bring up here. Get a little bit of my blue. Mix in, get me a shadow color made up. Get me a small roll of it. And I just marble mixed that. I didn't mix it thoroughly. And I'll come right up here on this outside line here. Just come up here and same way you do your highlight is the same way you want to apply the shadow. Just real light. Let that paint break. Same exact way. Let some of that dark show through. Anytime you can let the dark show, all that does is add depth to your painting. Whether it's in trees, bushes, mountains, waterfalls, whatever. You got to have light and dark in order to show depth. That's the two elements you got to have. Now come on this outside line here. Pull some shadow this way a little bit. And the shadow side, like I said, is just like the highlight side. You just barely want to pull that color down, just barely. Let that paint break, just like so. I don't know what that is, Nick, but good luck. Sounds fun, I guess. All right, then I'll pick up just a little bit of my dark color. Not much, just a little. I'll come back up here and just let a little of it work off the knife in places. Just here and there. Just add me a little more dark. Make it look like it's breaking a little bit more. It's in 1 hour on TikTok. Several artists all battle the clock. 20-minute timer. Paint what you can. Oh, okay. Well, good luck. I don't know if it's a contest or not, but hope you win if it is. All right, then we'll get a little bit more. This color and come right over here. Just like so. And pull it on out. And we'll get just a tad bit more of our white and come in here now. And pull that down like so. And just like that, we got us a mountain. Now, one thing you can do if you want to is up here in these little crevices, you can come back with a dark color on that little edge of your knife, and you can come in here and rub that dark color down in these crevices, kind of like so, and it'll make them stand out more, and it'll give your mountain a whole different look up here with these darker spots. It'll make these little crevices look real deep, like that. And anything you can do that adds that little extra element to your painting, all it does is just spice it up a little. That's all it does. All right, a little bit of white. Back over this spot now. And set that little peak on back, about like so. Hey Steve, how you tonight, man? Glad you could join us. You can also pull a little of the white into the shadow. You have to make it look like the light's bleeding over, Mick. Zero. I love your streams, Harold. You're super entertaining to watch. Okay, is that Esto? Am I saying that right? Yeah, you can do that like right here. You can come right up here to the edge and kind of blend them together and pour a little of that white in, and it'll work. Yep, that's right. Well, Esto, I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, you can take a little bit of it and come over here and just touch real light in spots like so, and make it look like your highlights got like your shadows got little high spots in it too, like that. Hey, Mava, how are you tonight? I got to say one thing. My TikTok family came over here to YouTube last night and blew it up, and I got to thank y'all so much for that. Y'all helped me out tremendously. And I know I sounded like I was shamelessly plugging my channel over there, but that really wasn't my intentions. But people just kept asking questions that kind of led to that answer, and and the support was, oh my God, it was unreal. At the folks that came over here and subscribed, I think there's right at 15 people subscribed last night to my YouTube channel, and that was incredible. And I'm so thankful for it. I'm gonna come up here now and just lightly tap this bottom. And all I'm doing is following the same direction up that it comes down. That's all I'm doing. Same direction. Just like so. Tired. It's been a long day. Oh, I bet it has. Mondays are normally the day everybody regrets. All right, then I'm gonna come up here and do the same on this side. Just tapping up in the same direction that this is coming down. Just like so. And this does a couple things. It gives us that mist we want at the bottom. Plus it kind of softens our highlight side down just a little. And then very lightly, just come over here and pull up in the same direction. Just being careful not to pull up too far and pull you. Mountain out into the sky, because that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good at all. Skeet, thank you, Skeet. I appreciate it, man. And then we'll do the same on this side. Just come up here, lightly pull this color back in. And there again, we just want to be careful not to pull our mountain out into the sky. And then come over and softly blend this side. Like so. And just real lightly blend it. Blend across there. And just give it that look like it's just sitting there in a little bed of mist. And if we got any questions at this point, feel free to ask. I'll do all I can to answer it. And if you see that name floating around in here, Zero Art, if you got any questions at all about painting, check out his YouTube channel. He is an amazing artist. Zach Rodriguez, he can paint. His channel is Zero Art. And he sells quite a bit of paintings, and he is a tremendous artist. Right where the white paint meets the shadow. I use the end of the palette knife, pour a super small amount into the shadow, and you have to create the illusion of lights creeping along the area. Yeah, you talk about pulling it out this way. Zach. And then bringing your white out into the mist where it looks like you're seeing the mountain through it. I do that sometime too, but tonight that wouldn't do me no good tonight because I'm supposed to cover all that up. But that is a neat illusion when you do that. You can come over here and bring a little of the blue out too into the mist, and it looks good. Or whatever color you use for your shadow, you can do that sometimes, and it looks real good. And then sometimes you can bring your middle part down and bring it out and let it show out here in the mist too, and that's a real pretty effect. There's so many things you can do to these mountains, and I mean, you could sit there for hours and just pick them apart. You can change the shapes on them. I mean, it's just so many things you can do to get a different look to them. All right, I'm gonna come over here and get me a little bit of my sap green on my brush. And we'll come right over here into the color I used to make my mountain. And we'll tap this color right on this 2-inch brush. And just pull the brush through it. All right, we'll get it kind of loaded up pretty good. I'll be sharing more content here on YouTube soon. Well, I'll be looking for it. I love watching you paint. All right, I'm gonna come right up here under this mist, and I'm gonna stick the brush to the canvas. This is one movement. I'm gonna stick the brush to the canvas and pull down, just like so. And then I'm gonna do it again and again. And if you can see, I'm doing it higher in spots and lower in others. And I'm gonna come right across the mountain, just like so. And I'm gonna stop about right there. And then I'm gonna come under it and do it some more. Just a little bit right in here, like so. And then again right in here, just like so. Yeah, it really is. It's super inspiring when you can sit there and watch another painter paint. It'll just fire you up, make you want to get your brushes out. All right, then you come back up here with the corner of that brush and just come at the top of these and just come out of some of them and just pull down real lightly. And just vary them in heights too, all through the paint, and just using just a corner. Just come in here and just pull down spots all in here. And what that'll do is it'll give you the illusion of a bunch of trees back here, just just hundreds and hundreds of thousands of trees back here. And all I'm doing is using just a corner now to come in here and just touch. Just like so. That's all I'm doing. And that'll give you a few light spots in there to make it look like you can see through some of the trees and make it look like the land's doing different things. It's just an illusion again. That's all it is. And that just sells part of the illusion. In fact, if you wanted to, you could come over here and just touch. Well, you can do it with your hand too. You can touch white. You can get white paint all over you. Or you can come over here and touch just a little bit on the brush. And I mean a very little. And come back in here and just touch here and there. And kind of come back and work it in places. And it'll give you little light and dark areas in here. Just like so. Another one thing we do want to do is keep this as dark as we can. But now, I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but in all these light places now, it looks like you're seeing through to trunks. Like there's just thousands of trunks standing up back here. And again, it's just all illusion. That's all it is. Then knock as much of that paint out as you can. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to do it with that brush. I'm going to come over here and grab me a clean one. And I'm going to pick up just a little bit more white. And it's not going to take much white. I'm just tapping my brush right into it. And then just come across here along the bottom and just tap you some white on. Just like so. My cat has joined us. Well, I hope he or she enjoys it. It may get real excited when it goes to hearing the birds. Because I'm pretty sure they'll get fired up in a little bit. But then just come up here and just start tapping the bottom of these trees out. Or this little land mass we just made. Just tap it out. And that'll create mist at the bottom of these. And I am kind of tapping down. And that way it'll pull the bottom off of them. Rather than tapping straight in. And then you want to come in here and just real lightly, pull these colors up. And this white coming up into here will also add to that effect. And it'll still give us our misty look that we need. And then just come across and lightly brush it out, just like so. Just like so. All right. Any questions so far? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Somehow or another, I have messed my charging port up on my phone. Oh well, it happens. All right, if we don't have no questions, I'm gonna move forward. All right, with the same brush, I'm gonna come back up here and get my green again. I'm gonna come over here in my dark color again. And this time I'm gonna bring a little Van Dyke brown into it and make it even darker because we're moving closer now. And we'll tap these same colors in. Just added a little Van Dyke brown. Load the brush the same way. All right, I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna drop down just a little bit under this mist. And I want to do the same thing again. I want to just come across here and pull the beginning of some trees down up here. Just like so. Just want to make sure we pull them down as straight as we can. Because if they're not straight, it's going to throw the whole painting off. And just pull them down in certain places. And then use that corner. And you come up, since this color's darker than that back color, you can get away with pulling up past the mist in some places. But don't kill your mist everywhere. Because that mist can act as your separator too. So keep that in mind. And then just come up here and give yourself the indication of lots of little trees back here. And then just keep coming under the bottom. And then if you want to make a new set, all you got to do is just start tapping long ways again. Just like so. Because see, you got some white spots in here. So you can get away with it. Just to about right there, I'd say. Should be plenty. About like that. Yeah, I'd say about like that should be fine. Then you can lightly come over here and pull straight up again. And it'll add to that illusion of trees standing back there. And it'll make it look like leaf trees. It'll make it look like evergreen trees. I mean, you just got a little forest back here that you created, hardly doing nothing at all, just with a few brush marks. That's all we did. Just that easy. All right, now come back up here into your dark color again. Tap a little bit of it on the brush. Now we're going to come in here and we just want to pull some dark color right down into the water. Just like so. Just pull that straight down into the water, just like so. Just pull it straight down. Yeah, Zach is 16 by 20. Just like so. And that'll give you a straight line up here that you can see when you go to pulling these colors down. It'll automatically make that line for you. And you take your clean dry brush. Well, this ain't real clean. It's got thinner on it. I mean, white on it. But you come across here now and just real lightly pull across. And it'll give you instant reflections into the water. Just like so. And now we're going to make it look like water. All right, we'll go ahead and wash this brush right quick. All right, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to take just a little bit of white. And I'm going to come over here and pick up just a little bit of dark sienna. Bring up here. And I'm going to get just a touch of red. Not much red at all, just a little. And just a little yellow ochre. They put just a little bit more red in it. Just a little. There we go. That's the color I'm looking for. And then just lightly mix it together. Then come over here and get a little bit on your knife. And come right here at the point. Now we're going to work along this line we just made. But we'll start out here. Lay that knife down, kind of flat. And just bring it across like so. And that'll kind of give you like a little shoreline back here. Just lay it down flat. Follow that line. And that paint will just squeeze right out of there for you. And it'll create like a little shoreline back here that kind of like a little beach. And then if you want it to come out further in places, just drop down with your knife some. You can get away with that. As long as you keep your line straight and clean at the top up here, you can get away with a pretty good bit of stuff up here. Just like so. Then come back up here with your little edge. Get you some white on your knife. You come right under this. And just put you a clean little water line under here. And just keep it straight. Just like so. Just keep it level. That's the main thing. Even if you have to push it up or down, just keep it level. That way it won't make your water look like it's running out of the canvas. Just like so. Just put your little water line across there. Then you can come out into the water a little bit. Make you a few little ripples if you need to here and there. Just like so. And it don't take many of them to be effective. Just a couple. Not like so. All right. Any questions so far? back and clean this little spot right here up. It didn't do right. So let me, there we go. Now, that looks way better. All right, if we ain't got no questions, we're going to move on. All right, here we go. All right, I'll pick my 2-inch brush up again. And again, I'll come over to sap green. Into my dark color. I'll pick up just a little Van Dyke brown. Bring over this time again. Maybe even a little of the alizarin crimson this time. Maybe a little of the phthalo blue. Just as many dark colors as we can get. Just like so. Tapping this brush right into the paint. Big 2-inch brush. All right. Now I'll come right up here. I just want to start tapping this 2-inch brush around up here. About like so. All right, see what happens when you get down to the bottom where the liquid white is. See how that's kind of getting that mist look? Well, that's a good thing. Because right there where it about starts doing that, we want to take then and make it darker across here, just like so. And we want to come across here and just kind of drop down a little, like right in here. But see what that did was it gave us 2 different areas right there. I hope you can see that. And then we'll just bring this on off the canvas over here. And we'll give it a couple high spots along here like so. But see how when it started creating that mist, we came back and just came right under it and added a whole new dimension of land right there. That's all we did. And we come up here and just tap around. As long as this color appears dark, we good. So, all right, now I'm gonna drop that brush in the center. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and wash a couple brushes. So while everybody's sitting here thinking and looking, you may come up with a question or two, and if you do, feel free to ask. That's what we're here for. Because we're fixing to turn this into some fun now. We're fixing to do the part I really like doing. That's highlighting. Hey, Bobby. Thank you, Leland. I got to figure out a way to steal my wife's phone charger tonight. I'm glad she ain't in here. But she don't know mine's tore up. So I'm just going to change them out. Make her think hers is tore up. That's not evil, is it? All right, if nobody has any questions. That little color that I mixed up to make this little beachy area right here, I'm gonna come up here now and I'm gonna grab just a little bit more white. I'm gonna pick this color up and bring it up here. Just a little where I can work with it. I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of Indian yellow and bring over in it. And that'll brighten it up some. Then I'll put just a little bit more red in it. And then that'll even add to the overall brightness of it. Because I want it to be kind of bright. Even if it goes a little to the orange side, I'm okay with that. It really is, ain't it, Bobby? Old Zero can paint. I'll give him that. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get just a little bit of paint, that color on my knife, and we'll come right up here, and just at random, I'm going to start just bringing in indications of tree trunks over here, just like so. Hope you can see them. And then on some of them, I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to turn my knife sideways. And I'm going to make a little of them bigger, like so. Then I'll come up in the trees some, like over here, make some bigger. Now, I bet you're wondering, why so many? Well, by putting this many in here, I'm hoping it'll sell the illusion that there's a lot of trees back in there. We're fixing to find out if that worked or not. All right, I'm gonna grab my excuse me. I'm gonna grab my oval brush now. I'm gonna come over here and just barely dip it in the thinner. I'm gonna come over here into my yellow. Tap some of it right on the brush. Now this is the yellow I had left over from last night's painting. So it's got a little green and some other colors already in it. But my dominant color right here is gonna be yellow. Oh boy, Rod's in the house. Hey Rod. How you tonight, buddy? All right, just load this brush up good with yellow. And anytime you load this brush up, or any brush for that matter, if you're using it to highlight with, make sure the bristles are open. Load it with paint and make sure the bristles are open. Bobby, right now I'm using my camera. I can use my camera on YouTube, but now on TikTok I don't have enough. I don't have enough followers there to use my camera. So yeah, I use my phone on TikTok, and it's not a real good. It's not a real good picture over there. It's kind of, I don't know. I keep missing your lives. Well, Rod, I'm going to be on TikTok tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm doing a black canvas. So if you want to come over there and watch and paint along, have a black canvas ready. And we'll paint a pretty picture over there tomorrow. Think about doing Bob Ross's campfire scene. I think. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. All right, I'm going to come over here now. I'm going to get started. And you want to start right outside You don't want to start right at the edge of your dark. I think that confuses a lot of people. Start just a hair bit outside of it with that first touch. See, I'm just a little outside right there. So you need additional software to use your camera. Hmm. On on what, Bobby? For YouTube. Uh, no, you don't have to have additional software. Uh, what kind of camera do you have? GoPro. Uh, no, you shouldn't have to have no extra software for a GoPro because a GoPro live stream. All you should have to have is a whatever. Oh goodness, what am I trying to say? Like an HDMI or USB cable to come from the GoPro into the into your computer, and it'll act as your webcam. That's what mine's doing right now. My camera's actually sitting back here, and it's on the canvas. My webcam's actually over here on the computer, so you're not seeing me. You seeing the camera. It's actually doing the live stream. All right, that's one green one. Whoa, how many green ones do I want? I'll come in here. Put a little green on this one back here, maybe. Not much. Not like so. Now I know several people that use GoPros for live streaming, and they have real good success with them. All right, now I'm gonna try some alizarin crimson and yellow ochre. While making dinner. What we eating tonight, bud? All right, now come right here with this color. Come in about like so. Have a run, my friend. Have a great night. Thanks for being here, Zach. Appreciate it, man. All right, then we'll come down just a little. We'll put in a little more right here. Just want to save some dark in here. Don't want to kill all the dark. Tacos, rice, and beans. I had Mexican food tonight myself. All right, then we'll come right up here. We'll add some of it up here. Just a little flavor of it. About like so. I'm pretty sure one of these bushes out here have this color on it, so I'll go ahead and do one of them bushes right quick. We may have another one back here that gets a little. Since we got this color on the brush, we may as well utilize it in a few places, about like so. All right, then I'm gonna wash it again. All right, I'm gonna come over here and get me a little more white now. Bring it over here into the Indian yellow. Mix these colors right here on the brush, about like so. I'll come out up here, let that sun hit that one and light him up. Then we'll leave some of that dark under it. Then we'll come down here under that trunk just a little bit. We'll have us a little bit bigger one of them right in here. Maybe about like so. We'll leave a little of that dark. And I'll come over here and pick up just a tad bit of the red and bring it over. Don't take much red. Never forget, when you're working with red, it is such a strong color. It'll take over your world. Just a little bit of this red to change the Atlantic Ocean red. All right, we'll come right in here now. That gives us a different flavor of orange. Just a little bit more to red. We'll leave us some dark in here. We'll come down. About like so. Maybe about like that on that side. We'll get just a little bit more red now. We'll come right here and pop us in a little firecracker. Just a little bush right there. Just leave a little dark. Hey Joey, how you doing? All right, we'll get us a little bit of that red out here on the end too. We'll put us a little firecracker out here with this orange one. About like so. Can you see what's happening now? It's like the sun's coming across and it left this in dark and it's coming across hitting this side right here. That was the intention anyway. Thank you, Joy. I appreciate it. Really do. Watching reality TV. What you watching? All right. We got to fill this little area back here in. We had us a yellow one in a few minutes. Let's put us in another yellow one. I'll tell you what, this yellow and a little bit of yellow ochre will make a pretty golden color. So let's do that. I bet that'd be a pretty little tree hiding back in there. And this will have a little bit of green hue to it, but it'll be a pretty green. Enough that it'll we'll leave us a little dark over here under that. Well, we got to fix it because that looks kind of crooked. Yeah, much better. All right, now. All right, now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab me a 1-inch brush, just a regular 1-inch brush. Because I'm getting out of trees and I'm going to go into bushes, and then I have some bushes down here already made with that oval brush. This brush, Lord, this brush will add a little bit more character to them. It'll change their style a little bit. So with that said, I'm going to pick up just a little thinner, and I'll come right over here into my yellow again since I was here already. All of these really show are scripted, whatever. All right, I'm just tapping my brush right down into the yellow, mainly loading up the corner more than the whole brush. Just loading up the top corner. Because when I come up here and tap on, I'm going to be tapping at an angle. So I'm coming up here and I'll start. I'll just like so. And the thing you want to do is just don't kill all your darks in here. I know y'all probably get sick of hearing me say that, but it is so important. You've got to have that dark color. All right, we'll come out next door into the yellow ochre now. And don't forget, it's already got some of the alizarin crimson in it. But with that said, we'll come right over here and we'll pop us in another little bush. I left for a bit, but wow, a lot of progress has been made. Thank you, Mava. Appreciate that. Welcome back. All right, about like so. See how leaving that dark gives it depth and dimension in there? You always want to have that if you can remember to keep it in your painting. All right, I'm gonna come over here now and pick up a little of my Indian yellow. And the Indian yellow had just a tad bit of red in it. So if this attempts to go orange on us, we won't cry about it. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's a real pretty color. I don't think we did wrong right there at all. All right, then I'll come back over into my thinner, get just another drop of thinner. Don't take much. And I'll come back over here into my yellow again, cad yellow. I'll grab just a little more red. Tap it in. And I'll come right under this one we just made. Leave some dark. And tap on another little bush shape right there. Then I'll come over and get some red again. And bring it back over to the yellow. And this should be another shade of orange. Since we already got a couple orange ones down here, we'll bring this one down here and just kind of let him fit in the hole. Now we need one color to fill that in. So I'm going to come up here and we'll get just a little of the green. I'll bring the green down. And I'll bring some cad yellow into that. That's probably going to be a little over in the shadow over there. So it may need to be a little darker. Maybe just a little. So we'll touch just a little bit of kind of a funny looking little green color over there in it. Now see all our trunks that we put in now kind of give the illusion that's a set of woods that go back with a bunch of trees growing back there. At least that's the illusion I was trying to sell. I hope that's what your eye sees. I had thought about coming across here and putting a little island right in here, but I don't know if I want to do anything right there or not, because I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know, because that's not a bad looking painting as it is. About all it would do is, I don't know. I don't know if that would anchor it or not. What to do, what to do. See, it kind of makes it look like a little river running around. Make it come around this way. Oh boy. All right, I think one thing I am going to do is I'm going to come right over here, and I just want to scratch me in some little sticks and twigs and my dark spots over here, just to give it the illusion of some sticks and twigs. Not many. How about a big rock? Well, I don't know what a rock would be doing sitting right there. I mean, really. I don't know. I could probably see a tree coming right down through there. But then that's going to change up the whole perspective, because as of right now, it looks like you're standing over here looking across. If you're going to throw a big tree in here that comes all the way out to canvas, it's going to make it look like you up above the tree. So I don't know. I may leave it just like it is. It's not really too unbalanced the more I sit here and look at it. I just don't know what a big rock would be doing sitting right there, Paul. I really don't. Hmm. All right. Talk myself into it. I'm going to do a tree. All right. We'll come right back up here in my dark colors again. How many people do I have cussing right now? Just going over here in my dark colors again. My Van Dyke brown, my mountain color, my blue, just all my dark colors again. It's your world. You're right, buddy. It's your world. Maybe a couple of birds up here in the sky. All right. I'll just do a little tree. I'll just start one right here and just kind of work it down. It don't have to be a real big tree. We don't have to do huge trees every time we do trees. Not like so. We're just letting go right off the canvas. Not like so. That way we don't have to put no bushes under it. Because if we put bushes under it, then it's going to tie into that. I don't know if I want to tie into that side or not. So I'll probably be better off to. Yeah, I'm going to let that just be a big tree. Coffee? Yes, please. That's my wife under another name there, the Barnabas Project. That's her Bible study channel. That one of our friends is the main teacher. Well, I guess the only teacher on there for now. All right, we'll act like the sun's hitting this one just a little bit. So I'll come up here and I'll just bring in a trunk like so. And I know a lot of this is going to get covered up. But that's okay. We got the practice of making it. Yeah, Bobby, that's like I said, that's her other YouTube channel. She uses for Bible study. A good friend of ours is a teacher of the Bible, and she teaches on that channel. She does Bible studies, and that's the channel she does it on. So they started that. That way, it keeps all the hoopla off your main page, because you got some people out there that don't support the Bible and some that do, and you just don't want that mess on your main page, So they came up with that name and made a page, and somebody comes in there acting stupid, they can kick them out now, and it don't matter. All right, this tree is going to have to be a pretty tree since we. All right, I'm gonna do the alizarin crimson yellow ochre tree. I think that'd be a pretty tree over here. Uh-oh. All right. Yeah, I got to get up. I got coffee on the way. Sorry about that. Everybody in the United States knows I'm getting a cup of coffee now.
Hey.
Thank you.
It's awesome out here.
And they've upset the dogs. Okay, I'm back. What was I? I'm supposed to make a tree. All right. Just come over here and make a pretty little tree, I guess. Yeah, I think tomorrow night I'm gonna come over on TikTok again about 7 o'clock, and I think I'm gonna paint the Bob Ross painting, the campfire painting he did on a black canvas. That's a fun little painting. And it's one of the paintings that he put a person in. Got the little guy sitting under the tree. Warming his feet by the fire. Yeah, it'd be Central, Bobby. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Just using a light touch up here. Real light touch. Like that. Maybe hit right in here with a little bit of color. Not like so. And we got us a big tree in there. I guess it did kind of balance things out a little bit. Becoming a pro. Oh, I don't know about that, Bobby. I really don't. Yeah, I can paint quick. I just when I'm teaching, I try not to. But since I since I kind of messed that tree up, I mean messed up, not deciding whether I was going to put it in or not, I figured I better go ahead and get it done. All right, Rod, you have a good night, man. Thanks for being here. All right, take my scrap liner brush now. Come over here and get me some of this dark color. Should take much, just a little bit. All right, I'll come right up here. We'll give Bobby some birds. Just like so. I'll come over here in this sunshine color I had made up. All this white and orange and red. I'll come right over here and I'll put my mark on it. Just like so. And we'll call that a done deal. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it. Let me see. Let me pull it around here where y'all can get a head-on shot of it. Maybe pick this side up since it's sitting on this crooked desk where everything looks level now. I was looking at it at that crazy angle y'all was looking at it. I bet you about to fall out of your chairs. But that's what the finished product looks like in its natural habitat. Y'all have a good night. God bless you. You too, brother. Good night. God bless you. All right. All that's left to that now is put it in the frame and mount it to a wall somewhere. Well, I know we didn't have a big crowd, but I want to thank everybody that did show up tonight. Like I said, tomorrow night I will. Good night, Bobby. Tomorrow night I'll be on. Got to catch the final touches. Nice work, my friend. All the best. See you next time. Thank you, Zero. Appreciate you being here, man. Keep up the good work yourself. TikTok tomorrow night. I'm doing I think I'm going to do the campfire painting that Bob Ross did on a black canvas. I think that'll be a fun one to do on TikTok. I don't know if anybody's done it there or not. Probably so. If they have, I'll just be putting my little twist on it. But anyway, thank all of y'all for joining me. Thank everybody for subscribing. The channel took a big jump last night. It shot up to, it's inspiring. Please keep it up. Thank you, Young Advance. I appreciate that. I really do. But everybody came and subscribed last night, and the channel took, like I said, it took a big jump. I can't remember if it was 13 or 15 subscribers we picked up last night, but it was awesome. And I want to thank everybody that did subscribe. This video will post, since it was live, YouTube will show it again, so it'll be on my channel. If you missed any of the front of it, the beginning parts, and you want to go back and see it, feel free to check it out. Other than that, basically that's about it. I mean, I'm pretty much done. All right, Bobby, you have a great night too, man. So other than that, I guess all that's left to do now is say I love you guys and God bless you. God loves you more. Y'all have a great night. Thank you very much for joining me. And look forward to seeing you again right here on Painting with Harold.